Hello, hello, and welcome back to Burrows. I didn't almost forget what I was playing. No worries, no worries. We just had a fun adventure with Hiro. He's a cute little lad. All I can hear is the sound of our combined heavy breathing. Hiro, we did it. Oh, that's cute. What? Look at it. The particles are like doing the thing. It's what? Where did blue come from? My whiskers brush against his, and I share a sharp pop as a spark illuminates our faces. Oh no, the static! He chuckles, and I hear a glove hit the floor. He clears his throat. It's something I noticed he does before switching languages. Safe. Okay. He closes a bare hand around mine, slowly inching up my arm and under my chin. Everywhere he touches, the fur dances, magically repelled by his fingers. The little sparks are enough that we can see each other for a few seconds at a time. I mimic him, brushing a hand across his cheek. His fur sways like an anemone under the waves. It's almost ghostly the way it floats for a moment before darting in a random direction. The way he looks back at me, so full of curiosity and wonder. I must look the same way to him right now. I never knew. No, never mind. I realize I've been laying on him and get up, dusting myself off. Sorry, are you alright? Hiro okay? He smiles and nods, pushing himself off the floor. Hiro okay. The lights start to flicker back on. Yeah, they flicker back on, and I breathe a sigh of relief. I'm so glad. So, where the hell am I? I'm immediately distracted by the arcs of blood beginning to seep through Hiro's shirt. I was wondering a little bit about that. I was like, was that there before? Probably, I'm just stupid. I guess it is different. Someone could, like, get their arm cut off near me, and I would just go like, that it probably was always like that. Hiro! I point to his chest, and he looks down, sucking his teeth nonchalantly. It's only now that I notice the bandages poking out from beneath his clothes, dirty and old. We need to find a doctor. He shrugs his head in confusion. Medicine? He gives me the okay symbol, smiling indifferently. No, you don't. Don't move your arms. The bleeding will only get worse. He seems to know what's going on, Gray. Don't be a narc. His eyes gloss over for a moment, and his knees dip. Hiro? Yeah, he's fine. He's probably fine. I hold him up, the smell of blood getting stronger by the second. Even in his native tongue, his speech is slurred. Yeah, he's fine. I lay him on his back, taking care not to bump his head onto the metal floor. I need to look at, This isn't good. I go to start unbuttoning his shirt, and he grips my forearm tightly. Come on, this isn't the time. He flexes his biceps and recoils as more pain shoots through his body. He sighs, releasing my arm with a nod. I undo the top row of buttons and gently tug the neck of his shirt down around his shoulders and midsection. I need to take this off, okay? A reluctant nod. Oh, okay. The bandages are soaked through to the skin. Two U-shaped streaks, and under of red under each pack. Okay. I can see some fresh scars under the loose sections of gauze, and a couple of torn strands of thread. Shit, surgical stitches. Why did you pull so hard if you... He turns away, refusing to look at me. Hiro, where's your doctor? There has to be someone who did this to you, right? He doesn't answer. I knew he understands me. There's no time for this. I need to find someone who speaks my language. Stay here. I'll find help. Fritz. Huh? He flips back over, wincing with tears in his eyes. Fritz, Bird. He knows English. Oh, Bird? He goes to make a gesture with his arms, and I hold him down. He rolls his eyes, pulling it away from me. Tall Bird, black. Okay, I'll go find him. Don't move, okay? He nods weakly. It's not a lot of blood, but I can't word hard. But with a body as small as his, it wouldn't take much for him to pass out. I stand up and nervously head through the doorway, not sure what to expect. What kind of rig was this anyway? It doesn't look like any power grid I'd seen before. The sounds of construction and murmuring voices echo around me, too distorted to make out any specific words. Hello? Anyone? Nothing. Sighing, I look back at Hiro one last time before walking away. He seems to be stable, albeit sweating profusely. I head down a narrow path. Hey, this song is loud. Give me a minute. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. Passing row and row of bolted metal doors, and this could this be a naval vessel? I try knocking on a few, but there's no response. Maybe they're unoccupied passenger cabins. Hello? My yell echoes like a church bell down the hall. I finally hear someone reply with a confused grunt. Over here! Someone needs medical attention! A badger pokes his head around a hallway and points at his ear. Okay. Shaking his head. Fuck, another guy speaking German. Look, Hiro needs help. Hiro. I use my hands to mimic his big ears, and the badger nods in recognition. He waves dismissively and turns to walk away. Where are you going? Hey! Okay. I know he understands what I meant. What kind of place is this? Even if they're not friends, he should have at least tried to help. Oh, right. I need to find Fritz. Hiro must trust the guy if he specifically asked for him. I start jogging towards the path the badger greeted me from and turn to see. Big metal. That. Metallic platforms that weave and interlock into each other, connected loosely by zigzagging staircases that stretch down into infinity. Whatever vessel I'm on is inside of an even bigger room, composed of thousands of unrefined steel girders and spotlights. Some workers walk across multi-level walkways, while others operate cranes and other machinery down below. There's so many of them. How are these things not collapsing? It's then that the scale of this place hits me. This is a warehouse big enough to house a ship, and there's still more space. Craning my head, I can see that whatever this thing is, has been suspended from by the ceiling by thick metal cables. So we're not on the ground? The ground suddenly zooms away from me as my stomach lurches. How many feet up are we? How many stories? And I was just leaning over a flimsy rail, standing on an even flimsier walkway. I feel the entire structure shake as people below me go up and down the stairs. Just imagining setting foot on them makes my knees buckle, and I back up against the wall. Fuck that! I feel my body become paralyzed with fear yet again. I'm so pathetic. How am I supposed to help Hiro when I can't even stand? I cover my eyes and rock myself back and forth. Come on. Get up. Get up! He needs you! A sharp inhale, a slow sigh. I'm back on my feet. Don't look. Just feel your way back inside. That's the doorway, and these are the bolts along the wall. Once I feel I've shuffled a sufficient distance away from the door, I crack an eye open. Once I feel I've shuffled a sufficient distance away from the door, I crack an eye open. Okay, so I've wound up in my own personal nightmare. I can deal with this. Especially after what happened with Virgil. He's got to be connected to this somehow. Fritz. Find Fritz. I wander down the opposite hallway, passing by more bolted doors. There are little names. There are little name cards crudely affixed to each one, all in German. Thankfully, we share an alphabet, I'm able to guess how most of these are pronounced. Capitan. Okay. Okay. Sounds enough like engineer. Is that true? Are these correct? Are these correct assumptions? A steward is... Oh, that's another shared word. I should start writing these down. Suddenly, a dark thought arises. Could this be enemy territory? Could some rogue members of the Central Powers have infiltrated America? If so, why now? And how could they build something like this without anyone noticing? There's no way this could have been privately funded. Father told me the Richmark was in the toilet. He only worked with Von Company because he could buy land there for pennies. If I remember, there was a short-lived venture to boot. A venue? Does that say venture or venue? Venture. Okay. In the end, Mr. Dawson took over the deal. That would have been right around the time Sam was born. Right, find Fritz. I keep scanning the doors, but none of them display his name outright. I might need to use some context clues here. Which door should I knock on? What? What the? What? I smell faint traces of cooked meat wafting from behind the door. Well, here goes nothing. My knuckles wrap the door and call out, trying to remember some German. Yeah, I'm not. I hear the angry chef slink away and breathe a sigh of relief. So is everyone on this damn ship going to be an asshole? Let's keep trying. Let's keep going, right? Wouldn't mind getting my wand cranked. Sometimes I have no idea how English could have possibly been born from this jumbled mess. But I doubt there's a linguistics expert around here to educate me. I cautiously knock against the door, not sure what to expect. It sounds small inside. Hello? Anyone there? I need help. Someone is in need of medical attention and... Wait a minute. I grab the handle and pull it open and... Yep, it's a broom closet. Alright, next. Hiro's gonna bleed out. Well, Hiro said he's an engineer, so Fritz is probably in the same department. That's all I have to go on. Well, here goes nothing. I swallow my pride and knock, the metal door reverberating loudly in the small chamber. A few seconds pass before I hear the sound of talons clacking towards the door. Ah, oh, I remember this, the preview image for them, yeah. Okay, these are words. He clears his throat and gives me a subtle grin, as much as one can with a beak. I am Fritz, Ackerlin. Fritz English is limited. Apologies. I could almost cry. Finally, someone I can communicate with. My current mission takes priority. Best be up front before I can get caught up in playing 20 questions. Okay, look, I'll explain later, but Hiro needs your help. He's bleeding really bad and... Hiro? Shit. He did it again, did he? Yeah, okay. He mutters to himself in German. We don't have time for this. I grab his arm and start pulling him towards the engine room. All right. Fritz gets it. He, breaks from my grasp and struts alongside me. His long legs far outpace mine, and soon I'm the one jogging to keep up. Fritz ducks through a small door. I'd somehow missed, and we ended up in a room full of twisted pipes and valves. Shortcut. Okay. How did you get in here, Opossum? I said I'd explain later. We burst into the engine room at the same time, getting stuck for a moment before he pushes me forward with a feathery palm. Fritz must help to improve your German. This guy. I look up and see Hiro lying right where I left him. Another set of weights is lifted, and I breathe a sigh of relief. Hiro, are you? In a flash of black, Fritz steps over me and is already at his side, carefully examining him. The bird tugs Hiro's shirt down and peels a few bandages away. Hiro's body shudders, and he yelps in pain. Hey! Hush! His bedside manners leaves a lot to be desired. I hope this was the right choice. Hiro's breathing is slowed, but not abnormal. Possum, what happened to cause this? I give him a brief retelling, skipping over the part that didn't make sense to anyone, including me. And then we lowered the big lever together. Fritz sees. He sighs, staying quiet for a long time. Opossum? Yes? Hiro underwent surgery about 2 weeks ago. It seems he pushed himself too hard. His stitches popped. I had gathered that. I can't imagine what kind of surgery it could have been if it was across his entire chest. The thought to inquire further lingers, but it isn't really any of my business, nor is it important right now. You must have a doctor aboard this vessel, right? We need to get Hiro to... It's pointless. Why? Now this guy is starting to piss me off. He rolls his eyes and pulls out a tiny flask, struggling to unscrew it with his silky feathered fingers. Isn't he wearing gloves? Okay. Hiro was informed by the team that he was a liability. We told him not to come to work until his wounds healed. In fact, it was in the Fox's contract. I don't understand. Fritz pops the can open and soaks a handkerchief with whatever's inside. Company will refuse to treat Hiro. Hiro violated terms of foreign working agreement. What? But he's risking his life for them. My hands are balled into a fist. I can feel my claws starting to dig into my palms. Yes, but that is not our problem. Company did not ask Hiro to push himself past Hiro's limit. He places the rag on Hiro's bandages, and he starts to writhe in pain, a tail flailing wildly, and his feet kicked in the air. Herbal tonic. Alcohol will disinfect wounds. All I can do is watch helplessly until he stops. I can tell Hiro is holding back tears. Fritz is... sure you noticed. Hiro isn't a native. What? So you don't want to waste company resources on a non-German? This is exactly the kind of rhetoric my father used when he sent injured workers away to public hospitals. Hiro isn't even a labor race, just foreign. Fritz knows it is selfish. He finishes tending to Hiro and stands up, tossing the bloodied rag into a waste bin. Fritz isn't in charge. Fritz only has control of engineering department. That means Hiro is your charge. You need to take responsibility. Possum's correct. I'm shocked that he agreed with me for once. I'm still not going to let him off easy. Why not? Tell me how to help him. Damn it. If they won't treat him here, tell me where to find the doctor who performed the surgery to begin with. Surely he must have told you where to contact him. Her. Fine, her. He strokes his chin, staring into the distance for a moment. All I can focus on is Hiro's pain breathing and my own trembling. He nods to himself, snapping to get my attention. All right, listen carefully. I nod. He waves me over to look past the main turbine. I creep over, not wanting to be reminded of our current elevation. Look. He points out into the warehouse. A giant panel has been raised, leading to the outside. No, look. What else am I supposed to see? I know avians have good eyesight, but there really is nothing special out there. I strain my eyes to get a better angle, moving closer before the feeling of vertigo overtakes me. I grip the side of the inlet as hard as I can, putting on a brave face. Leave from that side. Then, follow the path until it splits. Go right, towards the forest. Okay. This is important. When you get to the forest, keep walking straight. Do not take any detours. Easy enough. So we go... what was the directions? When there's a split, we go right and then go straight from there. Okay. He leans in to look at me, his expression deadly serious. Fritz is not joking. I know. If you follow instructions, you should arrive at the... I don't know. I can't read. The what? How would you say? The workers' dwelling. Oh, if they have their own word for it, I'm expecting some sort of shanty town. Hiro is staying there for the time being. So is Hiro's surgeon. All right, I got it. He turns to the fox, switching back to German. I hear him grunt before sitting up, hissing in pain as he clutches his chest. Okay. Yep, more words, more words. Here, let me help you. I rush over and put my arm around his. He twitches in pain again, and I apologize under my breath. You okay? I notice when he speaks English, he mimics my accent. He must be picking it up from me bit by bit. What a smart cookie. I really want to talk to him again, like we did in the Golden Place. That thought makes me start to tear up again, and I shake them away, determined to complete my new mission. Fritz. He cocks his head. Thank you. Bastard. I guess my expression delays my real thoughts. He smirks and tips his hat. Sorry. Truly. Okay. We will end the part here, so I will see you around, everyone.